Huh? What? I'm alive?
Sorry, I don't make the rules.
That nigga really sent me back, bro. Oh my god. How long has it been anyway? I mean, it can't be that long.
Hell no, man.
10 months. Huh. Well then, I guess it doesn't matter now. Let's get back to the video then. So,
as you are progressing through the world, you'll find these red portals. These are the gates of hell, and it's here where you will fight the most horrific monsters known to man. Oh, it's a bar. Guess these are the wrong gates then. This is Rodin's bar, and he's basically this game's merchant. Here you can purchase new techniques, weapons, and other accessories in the game. It's pretty much what your average merchant would sell. But god, I just love Rodin's bar because of that classical music. It just fits Rodin so well, a calm badass who you don't fuck with. As I said before, it's here where you can buy the rest of Bayonetta's moves, although you can pretty much go the entire game without them. Except the air dodge. I highly recommend this being the first thing you buy. You know, in the beginning part of my playthrough, I actually died because I thought the air dodge was already a part of her moveset.
which is incredibly embarrassing, I know, but wouldn't you already expect that? But whatever.
You can also buy items here too, but I would mainly suggest spending your halos on accessories, witch hearts, and ornaments, since those will benefit you in the long run. While you're in Rodin's bar, you might as well drop off some records to get some new weapons. You can find these records scattered around each verse. They aren't too hard to find, apart from a select few, but it shouldn't be too much trouble. Every time you bring a record to Rodin, it plays a little cutscene where you can listen to the song that you found.
I want some cheeseburgers just to eat. I'm talking ketchup, my nigga mustard on the beat. You gotta put a lot of lettuce cheese, because I like to have a lot of grease. I remember eating outside.
And you get a new weapon. I love the variety of weapons in this game because it allows for so many different playstyles. You can mix and match the different weapons to see which ones are more your taste. And the game gives you 2 sets to play with, so you can switch between them on the fly. Now you can experience most of the weapons without constantly going to the menu. And the biggest reason I like this is because you can do stuff like this.
Beautiful.
There are some other weapons, but I'll talk about those later. But for now, let's talk about the mini-games. And oh boy, I have quite the things to say. So the game will sprinkle in these little mini-game segments, and they're pretty insane as what you would expect from Platinum games. But they aren't bad, they just last a bit too long. Okay, so the first one is a motorcycle segment. You drive, shoot, simple as that. It was really fun the first time I played it as a kid, but now I realized how horrible the camera is. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but do we really need Bayonetta to be in the middle of the screen? Okay, maybe I'm just molding because in my experience, I was wearing the old Umbran outfit. So please tell me, if you can see what's in front of you, I must be a bonehead then. If I even had the slightest thought that I was gonna get hit, you best believe I started spamming the dodge button and praying to God. And the weird thing is, when you jump, yes you can jump, the camera angle gets way better. Yeah, something like this please. Like I get it, you know, I like me some ass too. But if the booty is getting in the way from my game, then we got a problem.
Virgin detected.
This minigame is also a bit confusing and a little broken. Okay, so you see these examples of me sliding under this truck, right? But then, all of a sudden, I can't? Like, what is this? Now the collision. So jumping on some of these areas is just absurd. Sometimes you're good, you jump and you keep riding. Then sometimes you just phase through matter itself. Here is my reaction when it first happened to me.
My fucking balls are itchy as shit, bro. Making no fucking sense. Huh? What?
Okay, now the second one is this rocket section, and I'ma say it right now. This mode blows. So everything else is fine. You move around, you hold the fire button, and you occasionally shoot out rockets.
Well, doesn't really seem that bad.
Wait, hold on. You didn't let me finish. For some ungodly reason, in order to have the most immersive experience in our game, let's rotate the entire camera when dodging. So now, every time you want to dodge, you have to experience this mess. And on your first playthrough, you're going to be frantically dodging to not get hit, which leads to moments like this. Oh god. Okay, cut to the next clip. Ugh, like, I don't understand who thought this was a good idea. Like, maybe if these were actually fun, I could get behind them. You don't even really have to shoot anything. You can literally just dodge throughout the entirety of the mission. Except the boss fights, obviously, which, might I add, are just as riveting as the rest of this mess. Oh, and I really hate this level so much because the music goes so hard, and I have to play this nonsense to hear it. So yeah, Angel Attack. This minigame occurs after every completion of a chapter. It's an arcade-inspired shooter where you basically have to shoot the angels to score points. You get the most points by hitting them in the head, shooting them quickly, and you get double points by hitting these small guys. You will always start with about 5 shots, I think? But if you find these golden bullets throughout the chapter, you can increase the amount of shots you have. Once you complete an angel attack, you can spend your points to get some items, or exchange them for halos. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a neat mode. I will say the shooting was a bit hard to get used to my first time around, but now that I got the hang of it, I'm pretty much a legend. Like, just take a look, fellas. The footage doesn't lie. Ooh! They don't call me the god of guns for nothing.
Nobody calls you that.
Silence, woman! My mom does.
Yikes. That was hard to listen to. And speaking of hard...
Normal mode offers just that right amount of challenge, aside from a couple spikes in difficulty. But overall, it's a great mix of enemy variety and density. And once you beat that mode, then you hit brick wall. Oh, wait, I meant hard mode. I said brick wall because that's what it feels like I'm hitting with the ridiculous amount of super armor these niggas have. And no matter how many times I hit them, they just won't flinch! Just flinch! The only thing hard mode really changes is the amount of damage you take, some new enemy placements, or replacements. But in all honesty, hard mode wasn't really that much of a challenge. It could have been because I already played the game before, so my skill came back pretty quickly. But you know, as expected from a nigga like myself. You know, one of the best Bayo players in the world. Don't believe me, you say? Take a look at this, peasants. Not a single stone in sight. Ha!
Hey, what's that right there?
That-
Ow!
Now, I know I mentioned this already, but before we get on with non-stop Climax, let's talk about some... Once you play the game on normal difficulty, you get access to the handguns. A purely cosmetic weapon that actually does less damage than the Scarbo and Fair, so if you want to use it, by all means. You also get the Super Mirror, which allows you to change your appearance, and I would talk about the costumes, but let's be real here. The only good costume is the old Umbran outfit, and if you don't agree, well then you have an extra chromosome. So yeah, you're gay. Some other unlockables are the Bracelet of Time, which you can unlock by beating the game under 3 hours. It's pretty easy to get, and once you get it, you can activate Witch Time whenever you want. It's really good if you want to get some more added damage, and getting rid of some particularly annoying enemies. Shine. You can also unlock God Mode. God Mode? Oh yeah, the Climax bracelet. You get it by collecting all the Umbran Tears of Blood. This one turns your regular attacks into Wicked Weaves. Yeah, it's... not broken at all. But the downside is that it doesn't actually count towards rankings, so you can't just grease the entire game. It's purely for fun. Now we have the Eternal Testimony, an item that recharges 2 bars of your... oh fuck, what was it called again? And you get it by obtaining half of the Umbran Tears of Blood. There are 4 other weapons you can unlock, but they're not too interesting to talk about. and you get them by completing the difficulties. Pretty easy stuff. But there is one weapon that truly stands out from how absolutely ridiculous it is to get! The Fung. This weapon requires you to beat 100 chapters. Okay, just to put that in perspective, there is only 16 chapters in the entire game. So, if you look at these calculations, if you want these super secret weapons, you would have to complete the entire game 6 times. Obviously, I said, fuck that. So, I did what any sane human would do and equip the Climax bracelet and do the first chapter over and over again. Thank God those count as completions. I sat there for 5 whole hours as I could feel the game sucking every last drop of my soul and draining me of my happiness. I could imagine those bastards at Platinum thinking,
alright, team. Our players. They're enjoying our game a bit too much. How do we stop that? Any ideas? Well, my nigga, sir, I think we should add a new weapon. Okay, go on. Then we make the players do 100 chapters. Oh my god, he's alright, my nigga, you're on to something here. Go on. Then, this is the best part. The weapon will be trash. It will not be viable. It will be a waste of their time. Oh my goodness. That is the best idea I've heard all day. You, my friend, deserve a raise. Everybody, clap.
Damn, bro.
oh yeah, that's a real nice decision there, boss. That's right, you heard him. The weapon isn't even overpowered. You would expect after sinking 5 hours for a single weapon that it would, at least be good. Dude, look at that damage! Bro, my fucking foreskin hits harder than that.
What is the reasoning for designing something that takes so much time to get, but the reward is rocks? 100 chapters for nunchucks that do no damage. Honestly, I'm struggling to cope with the fact that I wasted so much of my time. Fuck! You know what? That's it. Yumo, get my gun. Where's the orphanage?
Okay. Let me calm down. The weapon is fine. It's mediocre. It does have a lot of hit stuns, so you can use it to rack up a lot of small damage. Yes, the weapon is cool, and I love the animations and how Bayonetta goes. But 100 chapters? Really? I get it, I really have no reason to complain, because it wasn't meant to be farmed in one sitting. It was supposed to be a gradual unlock rewarding those who have been playing their game for such a long time. So my frustration is pretty much my own doing. And you know what the worst part is? Once I got it, I never took it off because no matter how much I'm molding, the weapon is pretty dope. Alright, so we talked about the weapons and the accessories. Okay, let's see here. No. Ooh, that's really tempting. But no. What? Wait, you can play as Jean? You can play as the Queen? I'm sorry for that, fellas, but I'ma just say it right now. Any woman with white hair, ooh, an instant babe.
Aw, really? Well, thanks.
Cringe!
There we go.
So yeah, as soon as I found out that you could play as Jean,
Better witch, by the way.
you, God motherfucking, you! best believe I spent my entire playthrough with her.
Like, I don't know, fellas. I really can't explain why I prefer Jean without sounding like a freak. But look at her. It's something about bitches with short hair. It awakens something within me. It turns me into a goddamn dog. And then I found out that she's a part-time teacher. Like, bro, what school do you teach at? I'm trying to get punished. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Okay, so you can unlock Jean by platinum ranking the entirety of normal mode, which honestly wasn't too bad. Until I was right back at the missile level again, where I finally realized that life is actually just a cycle of never-ending pain and misery. This level is ridiculous because it's so long. Like my penis. But Khaos, what do you mean? It's only a mini game. Wrong. All of you are wrong. Right after this, you have to fight Jean. And if you were to look past my jokes and funny business, you would know that she's an actual thorn in my side. Wicked weaves, counters, and a button mashing event that I always lose.
No! No, man! Oh my... That's right, bitch. What? There's more? No! What?
So now you're telling me that I have to deal with motion sickness, barely see what's happening on my screen, and fight the third hardest boss in the game without taking more than 300 damage? Nigga, why? But it was worth it. It was so worth it. The only difference with Jean is that her wicked weaves do twice the amount of damage, as it fucking should be, goddamn. But the catch is she can only activate Witch Time via Bat Within. So in layman's terms, unless you're a god like me, you're never getting Witch Time. I also think it's funny how there are now 2 Jeans in each cutscene. Hey, I ain't complaining, shit. Also, remember how I said I would talk about Infinite Climax? Yeah, so this mode, Infinite Climax mode, I'm starting to think this mode is, can I finish my... Infinite Climax? More like infinite torture. I'll tell you, man, Platinum Games, you really know how to make a man suffer.
Dude, what?
If you thought that fighting walking stones was hard, how about fuck you, no more witch time, you little bitch. Congratulations, now that shred of hope you felt by activating witch time has now been grinded into dust. You know, it's not even the fact that you can't slow down time anymore, it's because they spawn these little bastards every chance they get. Grace and Glory, probably one of the most annoying enemy types in the game. They are so fast, so obnoxious, they do so much damage, and they always come in pairs of 2 or more. So now I'm constantly clenching my cheeks because I think that every battle is going to contain these little fucking monsters. Oh, finally, some breathing room. Why Platinum? Why Platinum? Why Platinum? Why? Speaking of Platinum, after that massacre, I decided to purchase a Platinum ticket. Buying this allows me to fight Rodin, and I'm just gonna play these clips and you'll get the gist of it.
Jesus!
Anyway,
what?
That hit me, wow.
Wow. Look at that, guys. You see that? My health is gone. What? This game is terrible!
Jesus Christ. This is probably one of the hardest boss fights in the game. Rodin simply does not give a fuck. This man deletes your health faster than I can say subscribe. Fuck, man, these attacks, they do so much damage. Like, look! I got hit once and I'm practically already dead. He counters your attacks, summons meteors from the heavens, and he even becomes Star Platinum. What next? Butt fucking? Oh no! He has a one-shot mechanic too, and if you're even 5 milliseconds late, you can kiss that ass goodbye. Literally. I cannot begin to explain the amount of runs that have been ruined because of that bullshit.
Oh my god!
Is that like fair in any fucking way? Like, who does it twice? I don't understand.
Maulding isn't even a good enough word to explain how I felt. And good lord, there has never been an enemy whose voice line genuinely pisses me off.
Enjoy. Enjoy. Enjoy hell. Enjoy.
Enjoy this! That's right, you little bastard. Hey, I don't want to hear none of y'all say anything. A dub is a dub. He was beating my ass. Those one-shots were pissing me off, and I was sick and tired of hearing enjoy. But thankfully, the weapon is actually worth it. You get Rodin, 4 rings that allow you to use all the angel weapons, and it's just as busted as you would imagine it to be. The angel weapons are already overpowered, and just look, I used the weapon and poof, they're just gone, deleted. You know, a fitting reward for fighting the hood version of death. Okay, so the final character to unlock is Little King Zero, and he is definitely going to be—
Oh my gosh! Look how small he is. That's so adorable.
Okay, so the final character to unlock is Little King Zero, because it requires you to complete the last chapter, Angel Slayer, which you get by completing all the Alfheim portals. And I'll tell ya, you better come prepared because Angel Slayer, it's pretty hard.
You have to do 50 verses without dying, and if you even manage to defeat the 70 Jeans they throw at you, the final boss is, I shit you not, Bayonetta herself. And fuck, man, she does not play around.
Can't touch me.
Nice try.
No, please, no more. I can't do it.
You want to touch me?
Oh, I'm trying.
And after about 80 attempts, I finally managed to beat her. And it was only slightly easier because I had all the unlocks done. So yeah, I did a little bit of cheesing and made my life easier. And you can't blame me, dude. This chapter takes, on average, 1 hour to beat. Jesus. I couldn't imagine playing for that long and failing near the end. Future Khaos speaking. Yes, I can.
What? Literally how? Oh my oh, fuck, dude, like what?
Okay, so you beat Angel Slayer. Great, now you unlock Zero. So, what's his deal? He dies in 2 hits. Yup. For all that suffering, tears and blood, you don't unlock something broken to show off to your friends. You get more suffering. Holy shit. I'm gonna go insane. This game is nothing but pain. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Alright, this is me from the future. I'm gonna keep this short. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. You made it through. It means a lot. And this is probably going to be the last, long form video for a while. At least not 50 minutes, like max 30. But we're gonna be moving more to short form content, which will be like 10 minutes long. But yeah, thank you again. I have a Patreon. I do give free hand jobs over there. And, they're free. Like, come on, hey, they're free.